We're going to start by navigating to the CSL page, which you can find by clicking on Staff Bookmarks, then Staff Portal, and CSL Tool on the Staff Portal page. Click your level, enter your username and usual password for Greater Victoria School District, and this is what the first page will look like. Your name should be here, and up here, if you click this icon, you'll get a few more links to other things that you can do with the application. But for now, we're going to just stick to this page and we're going to create a new class template. If I had more, they would be listed underneath here, but I don't have any yet, so I'm going to create my first one. I'm going to make sure that the school year is correct, 2018-19, and now I'm going to add my first template. I will pick my school, my grade, my division, and the term. Because I am in a French immersion school, I will have to pick whether I'm teaching English or French immersion. Now you'll see that a bunch of other options have come up. At this point, I could copy in a previous template if I had one. And all templates that you've created previously, whether at this school or another, will be available at this point. I can add in a learning support teacher who's helping me in my classroom. If I have an additional co-teacher, I can put his or her name in here. I can click this box to include student reflections that have been created electronically. And I can allow an administrator to edit my report card before I submit it. I'm going to start by logging in and picking one template that I've already started working on by clicking Edit. Now, the first tab that comes up is the teacher comments. In the teacher comments, you can write general comments that will appear on all of your report cards. Here's an example of what they'll look like when they're printed. In the default date tab, specify the date that will appear in the report cards. The next tabs will allow you to add content by subject area. You will add content for each subject area you teach. The big ideas, curricular competencies, content, and custom fields for each subject can be inserted by clicking the individual buttons. In the right-hand column, check each outcome that applies. When you click Add Selected, the content will be placed in the left-hand column. From there, you can reorder the text by clicking and dragging on the individual fields. Text can also be edited once it's been added to the left-hand side. Click on the content you wish to edit and change it as necessary. You can also add whole chunks of text and then just remove individual ones that you don't need by clicking on the red X. Teachers can also access content from the grade up or down by clicking on the link to the right. Confirm that this is what you wish to do and then add the content as required. For elementary schools, there is a custom tab where we can add our own individual content. Each of these will appear as individual bullets underneath the main subject area, along with the big ideas, curriculum competencies, and content. You can add sub-bullets underneath this, or you can copy and paste your own content from another application. Here's an example of what the content I created will look like once it's printed on the report card. Now that you've created your template, you're ready to add your students. Sign in if you haven't already, and then click on the menu icon on the upper right and the report cards link. Once you've found your way to the report cards page, ensure that the school year is correct, that it's your school, and that the division template that you've created is the correct one. If you've got several classes that you're working with, you may need to scroll down and select the correct template. Once you've done that, the student name should appear below. Click the green plus button to start working on an individual student's report card. At the top, you'll notice that there are checkboxes for IEP and AIP check these if necessary. You may also need to change the template from regular to adaptive. The first tab you will review is Teacher Comments. If you added general comments when preparing your template, they will appear here. You can modify them for individual students if necessary. From there, you're going to move to the individual subject areas. If applicable, add a performance scale. If you scroll down, you will see that you can add individual comments for each subject area if necessary. If not, leave it blank and it will not appear on the report card. Do this for each subject area that you teach. Attendance will be automatically imported. To move to the next student, click the arrow button. If you want to edit report cards out of sequence or make changes to ones you worked on previously, click the report cards link to return to the main page. I have run through my report cards and added the content that I need for each subject area, including a performance scale, which is important because the report card won't print without it. In some cases, the performance scale might not be applicable, and that's one of the options that I have. So once I'm satisfied with that, I'm ready to do a print preview and have a look at what it's going to look like when it's printed. When that's ready, I can look at it over here. I can look through each of the subject areas, make sure I've got it correct, and then I'm ready to give it to my principal. To do that, I'm going to click the Ready for a Review button. When the administrator returns a report card to you, you may see a comment box. If you open it up, you'll see what the principal has written there. He or she may also have put comments into your comments box. Those will come up in a green text, and you can view the original, accept their changes, or cancel them. Once you are finished with all the reviews, the principal will sign off on the report card and you'll be ready for printing. Notice that in your report card section, the icon for the report card can be blue, red, or different colors. There's a legend below explaining what those colors mean. When you've finished each and every report card, you can print them all off together by selecting all students and print report cards and reflections. This will create a large PDF file with all of your report cards for printing.